Good afternoon. I was going to say morning, Friday afternoon. Got Nana here. I am not at home at the farm. So we had technology issues, but thank you to my lovely techie, Jennifer Skinner. Through screenshots and everything, we were able to get the camera to work. Then Nana had technology issues of getting the spacing right. So if you happen to see some blue tape, I literally had to tape some carpenter's tape down so I knew where to put my hands and to be able to adjust the camera and everything and all. It's so different when you're not home in your regular studio area where you're crafting and everything and all. So it's an opportunity, right? It's an opportunity to learn, and it's been a real learning curve. So still some issues. I'm not sure what's going on with the camera, but at least we can go live, and that's the main thing I want to be sure we got to do. All right, so let me go down my hands, and we'll get going, because this is a beautiful kit, Autumn Abundance. If you didn't get it, it's not even available anymore, not even for refills. So the next one is the one that got posted at the front of the page here, and it's the Nest of Winter, Birds of Winter, something like that. But it goes really well with the suite that was in the mini catalog. So it looks like it's going to be a very beautiful Christmas one, right? So if you're interested, be sure to sign up to get it. Or if you want more than one, you can sign up to get more than one too, right? So it's whatever you want, but you got to do it by the 10th of the month and wait for it to bill. Then you know that if you want to stop it or if you want to reduce it down to one, you can, all right? So that's the important thing. Wait till it bills before you make any changes. And that way you can get what you want. So you got to put your order in now, be able to get it. That's by the 10th of October. So with that, let's go down the hands. Let me show you how we're going to do this, okay? I'm crossing my fingers. Whoop, whoop. There we go. So with this setup right here, I'm sort of upside down from you guys. So I'm looking at everything upside down so you can see things right. So this is what we've made already, and this is the alternative that we made on Sunday. So it's all from the kit, right? So let me show you what we're going to do today. We're going to make another alternative. It's all very pretty, right? You can make them into Thanksgiving cards, thank cards, right? You can make them into anything you want them to be, right? So here's what we've got today. Today I brought in some very vanilla cardstock. All right, we're going to do this like this here. And what I've done is I have literally taken an envelope, and I'd like to show you what I did so you know where we got it from. Here's the envelope. Now this month, the envelope was not colored on the inside on both of them here. But you see this was right here. Here was the top of the flap, and I just cut it off. Let me see if I can get it all in there for you. So I just cut it off. I have to cut off the edge, right, because of the fact of just where the envelope's folded. And I just cut this down to a 4 by 5 1/4, just like we would regular cardstock, right, if we were making a card. And I'm just going to set this aside because I can easily cut this flap here. I would cut the part here that's got the sticky stuff on it, right? I would cut the bottom part off, and we could actually use that to whether we did it in a rectangle form or if we want to do it in strips or whatever. So save your scraps. Always say save your scraps. All right. The only thing I might would use is the side here. It looks like very vanilla, as you can see the cardstock. So it's not very far off. It almost looks like a basic beige type color. All right. So we're going to take this here, and we're just going to put it right on top of here, just as if we would regular cardstock. All right. And I'm going to use what they have in the kit here because I didn't pull out my other stuff. So right when you're traveling and you're somewhere else, I'm at the farm, so it's not set up like for my stuff at home, right? So I have to sort of keep that in mind. So if you're like me, I always want to bring the kitchen sink, and pretty close, right? So for me, crafting, I'm going out the door thinking I have everything, and as I'm going out the door, I'm thinking, well, I might need this, and I throw it in another bag. So it's not necessarily always as organized when I started out and wanted it to be, right? So I didn't have grabbed anything else here, so we're just going to use what's in the box, right? So that's what the beauty of what I love about this is that it's all in the box. So when I get through here, I will throw it all back in the box, right? And everything will be in the box for next week now. Next week, I'll be back in my regular area, so that'll be cool. But it is nice to come out to the farm. I got to do trees yesterday. I got to see a coyote, a beautiful coyote. Got to see some deer, and I got to see some rabbits this morning. So that's always fun. All right, so this here is what I did is, and I'll get you right here. So you can see here where this was actually connected, right? I'm sure was that. I think that was. Yeah, that was what it was connected. It was connected like this. I was trying to think. So all I did, this was actually a card base that's in the kit, and I cut it right down the center scored line that they had, and I just sized it down. Okay, so everything I'm doing today is down 1/4 inch. So if this one is 4 by 5 1/4, then I made this 3 3/4 by 4 inches, and we're just going to put it back there. And I want you to see how that blue just really picks up the color right here. It's like a midnight navy blue is what it looks like, and it just really picks it up, and that's what we're taking advantage of, is that color right there. I'm going to go ahead and put this down with glue dots too. And I'm trying to see if I can see you guys if you're out there, because I've got too many gadgets here trying to make this happen today. I couldn't even tell if I was live or not on my phone, so that's the other technology issues, right? It's always like you're trying to figure out what you really got going. Okay, so yeah, I can see now. There you go. So we're just going to, yeah, so you can leave comments and all. I can actually see it on my phone. In fact, let me see if I can put my phone right there, so that way I can see you easier. I have to say, in some respects, even though this isn't my regular setup, and everything's a little different, it does have its advantages that I'm learning right now, because I can at least have my computer right in front of me, and I can have my phone right beside it with the light, so I can see your comments a lot easier. Right? So we're always trying to look for things that make it easier for you to interact with us, and vice versa. Stuck to my finger. Okay, we just got one more here. All right. So we're just going to put it up here. So keep in mind, I had to work with me here because I'm working upside down, so you can see it right side up. Okay, so there we have this here. So that, I mean, look, that's very pretty, right? So I'm going to sit here, and the other thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp. So on Sunday, when we stamped, we actually stamped, I guess you would call it floral. I'm not sure what you would really call it. You'll see it in just a minute. But we're just going to stamp it just like we did Sunday in a couple places when Zoe and I were live. And literally, they had us, when we did the kit, they had us come over here and stamp it right in here. It just adds some a little additional color. This color, if you want to know, is actually Cajun Craze. And we're going to do another right in here. Just adds an extra little color. Now, I couldn't find my, what I usually normally clean off also. I just used, yes, I've been busy painting, but painting will be done finished by next week, so yay. So I just picked up a rag, right? So if you don't have the chamois like I have, just grab your rag, make sure it's wet down. My paint's dried already. I just keep on using them, right, till I get them full of paint from cleaning up my messes or cleaning me off. So it works just fine for what we're here today. And we're just going to stamp. So we stamped right in here, just to add, because we can, right? That's how they did it. That's how they had it on the instructions when we did the cards. Like I said on Sunday, you don't have to do it, right? But it just adds a little extra something. And then actually, I'm going to squeeze this in here, right here. Now we used something different on Sunday. On Sunday, when we sat there and did this, we did this with, let's see if I can find it for you. Thinking of you is what we did on this round circle. Today I wanted to do this, right? Sending autumn wishes your way, because this is going to be a Thanksgiving card. And right now, I don't know what it's like in San Antonio right now. But here, definitely the nights are much cooler, and you feel autumn in the air because of the coolness, right? Wildlife is just chirping away and doing their thing. So it's just nice to get away sometimes, even though it's work, right? I was trimming trees yesterday, and the ones that were dead, I just knocked them over. And you know what? I'm going to stick this behind it, too. So let me see how I'm going to do this, because originally I was going to do this. Let me go ahead and get this on dimensionals. Yes, so I was cutting trees yesterday. I actually got a couple of bruises from that, but it's okay. The trees, the dead stuff on the trees that need to get done, it'll be done, right? So there's one thing about fall, right? We think of fall cleaning and things we have to get ready for. No different than the animals are out there, right, scurrying around, getting ready for the cooler weather. And making sure they got a place where they can hunker down for the winter. So we're not hunkering down for the winter, right? But, you know, it is nice to get prepared for fall. It just seems to be a natural thing to sit there and want to get everything start cleaning up. So originally we had it way down here, and I'm going to move that because it's different, right? See how we did this here? This is what we did on Sunday. What I'm going to do today is I'm just going to move it up because I really want to be able to see all the foliage, especially when I see my Thanksgiving card and all. I think that's what this is going to end up being. And I would have to make a few adjustments here because I forgot about I was going to do this. So we're just going to work on centering this right here. Oops. So yes, I'm just gently pulling them off and not like yanking them off like there's no tomorrow or anything. I'm going to just gently put these right here toward the center. And that's where I'm going to stick this here. It'll work just fine. Right? Because I don't know about you, I already pretty well know who I'm going to be sending Thanksgiving cards to, right? It's sort of like a Christmas list. We have a Thanksgiving card list. Now, the only other thing I was going to do, and granted this is upside down, I wanted to add some of these leaves. There's no reason why we can't. We got plenty of space to add leaves. And the nice thing about these leaves is we can move them around. We can even cut them, right? So if we don't, as I'm looking at this right now, I really want to be able to cut this off. And actually, I don't even see my scissors. The other thing. Okay. We just took that off with our finger. Alright, so we're just going to start off with that, alright? So like I said, I'm upside down. From upside down, it looks nice. I don't know, it looks like from your angle. But upside down, it looks okay. Right? So it doesn't matter, right? It's all about creating, sharing, and giving. Because, you know, it's right now, it's getting ready for Thanksgiving. Because, right, it's just right around the corner. It doesn't seem like it, but we're already here today in October. So there you go. Alright, let's sit there and add this last leaf. And actually, let's see here if I can see. For just a moment, you have to bear with me as I turn it so I can see right way, because I have to actually say it's a little challenging even for me to do that. So see, okay. So that's what I'm going to do right there. Alright. I'm not used to creating upside down, but at least I have to look at it right side so that I can see what I'm doing. Make sure it still looks good for me. Alright, so that's all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that leaf. So what did I do? I just sort of took the leaf off, right, at the base there. It's like you're doing floral arranging or anything else or sewing anything else, right? You can rearrange stuff. So rearrange the way you want it. So I want to use all the leaves, right, because they're all pretty. Just these fingers up there. They're all pretty, and I want to use them all. Okay? So, now this kit does not have bling with it. As I'm looking at it right now, I might would like some bling if I had some bling. But I don't have anything. The closest thing I have to bling is this, and this just isn't going to work. Alright? So, we're going to leave it with this right here. But that's how simple it was to take the contents from the kit and make an alternate card. And you can see the gold foil there as you see it right there. So it's that easy, right? So that's what it's all about, right? It's about going out there, creating, sharing, and giving. So I have a card that I can give someone for Thanksgiving, and I'm sending autumn wishes their way, right? And I'm going to have a very nice sentiment on the inside about Thanksgiving. So I hope you enjoyed that because, you know what, the thing is, it's just to have to go out there to create, share, and give. And there's no reason why we can't do that and make a difference in someone's day. I would tell you last week I had three Happy Meal pieces, and it made my day each time I got one. Right? Because I wasn't expecting it. I usually get bills and junk mail. I don't get Happy Mail just out of the blue. And it was very nice. You know, one of the days I was having a bum day. We have bum days, right? It made such a difference to receive some Happy Mail. So go out there and make a difference by creating, sharing, and giving. And thank you for supporting us not only here on Facebook, but also on Instagram and YouTube. With that, have an amazingly blessed week. Have a wonderful weekend. We're going to try out some corn maze and pumpkin patches tomorrow. So that's what we're going to do. Share what you're going to do. We'd love to hear it because we'd like to be inspired of doing some different things ourselves. Be blessed. Look forward to seeing you next week with Teach Me Nana here on Zoe and Nana Stamping. Bye.